Hi, Keith here from Academy of Bass. Thanks for joining me. Today I'm going to show you how you can take just 5 simple notes and generate hundreds, if not an infinite number, of melodic and rhythmic ideas that you can use in your bass lines or your improvising. I'm playing in the key of D, and the 5 notes that I'm going to be playing are just the first 5 notes in a D major scale. D, E, F sharp, G and A. But I'm going to be playing them up here at the 12th fret of the D string. D, E, F sharp, G and A. The chords that I'm playing over also belong to the D major scale. They're the first 4 chords in the scale. We've got D major, E minor, F sharp minor and G major. Now there's going to be a lot of information in this lesson, so I've prepared a free PDF workbook for you that's got all of the bass lines and improvised lines that I'm going to be playing notated in standard notation and tab. I'm including both of the backing tracks I'll be using in this lesson as part of that download too. You'll find the link to that in the description below. It might be handy to actually have a copy of that PDF printed out, because I'm going to be playing and talking constantly all the way through this lesson, and I really don't want you to miss out on anything. Make sure that you watch all the way through too, because I'm going to be trying out lots of different ideas. I'm also using, for a bit of fun, just a little bit of an effect on my bass. That's just to help the lines in this first part of the lesson sing out a little bit. If you're interested at all, everything's coming from this HX stomp behind me, but all of the settings and the exact effects that I'm using are also in the PDF. So here's the track that we're playing over. We're playing over D, E minor, F sharp and G, and we've got 1 bar of each chord. Here we go. 2, 3, 4. D, E, F sharp and G. And I'm going to start by just playing those first 5 notes. D, E, F sharp, G and A. And I'm going to play them in reverse. Now, of course, rhythm's got a really big part to playing this, and if we take just a few notes and apply some rhythm, we can come up with lots and lots of really usable ideas. So I'm going to start by just taking a few notes in the scale, well, in those 5 notes. Here we go. Just taking 3, different 3. Take 2. Two different ones. And don't forget, if you're having trouble following exactly everything that I'm playing, every single one of these lines is in the PDF, so make sure you grab a copy of that. This time I'm going to go a little bit crazy. Here we go. Now I'm going to play things in a different register or a different position. Well, that sounds pretty. Different notes, same notes in a different place. D, G, F sharp, E, D. Sorry, it's really difficult talking and playing. Sounds a bit different there. What if we play the same notes but on a single string? So I'm on the G string. D string, A string, and the E string. And we can play things in different octaves too, so instead of playing in the upper register, we can take it down here and play in the lower register. Now with effects on and playing melodic lines, that's not always the best sounding option, but let's give it a go and see what it sounds like. We're on E minor, F sharp minor, let's try some octaves. D, E, F sharp, G and A. And if we extend the range of the scale and take in the remaining notes, there's only two notes actually. We've got D, E, F sharp, G, A, B and C. Let's see what this sounds like. Sometimes having too many notes can be a little bit difficult, so I'm going to go the complete opposite way and I'm just going to pick one or two notes. So I'm just going to play the root and third of each chord. D major, D and F sharp, E minor, E and G, F sharp minor, F sharp and A and G, G and B. The fifths, D and A, E and B, F sharp and C, G and D, and now I'm going to play the arpeggio. D major, E minor, F sharp minor, G major, you probably guessed that the track that I was playing to ran out because I was so immersed in what I was playing, so I'm going to pick up from where I left off. So we're playing every note in the major scale, D, E, F sharp, G, A, and now B and C sharp. And the last thing that I played were the arpeggios across the strings. So we go D, E minor, F sharp minor, and G major. The notes are D, A, D and F sharp. E, B, E and G, F sharp, C sharp, F sharp and A, G, D, G and B. That's a bit of a mouthful. One thing I've not spoken about is how we can change the direction of what we're playing. So everything that I've been playing has either been coming up or down, leading from the starting note, but we can start here at D and take it downwards. Downwards for me. F sharp and G. We'll try it an octave higher. And A. But sometimes playing 5 or 7 notes can be a little bit too much, so trying with fewer notes is often a better place to start. So I'm going to play the root and third of each chord. D and F sharp, E and G, F sharp and A, G and B. myself to the first 5 notes that I started with, I can't use the 3rd over G. So I'm going to use the 5th, which is D. I'm going to use the root and 5th if I can. I'm using all the notes again. So it doesn't need to be complicated. When you take these 5 notes and you play them in different ways and with different rhythms, the possibilities are endless. And as much as I enjoyed improvising there and also using the effects on my bass, I'm going to look at how we can take these 5 notes now to help us play more interesting bass lines. So the first thing that I've done is turn the effects off. And now I'm going to look at the chord progression: D, E minor, F sharp minor and G. And the first thing that I'm going to do is play a rhythmic bass line that fits the chords. D major, E minor, F sharp minor. The first thing I'm going to do is just play the 5 notes ascending as I did in the first example. Here we go. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. I'm using some different rhythm. Doesn't really sound great that I'm going to play in reverse. It's not great, so I'm going to go back to the bass line. I'm going to play the bass line, but use these 5 note phrases as answering phrases and see what that sounds like. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4. Sounds great to me, but sometimes 5 notes is a little bit too much, so I'm just going to play 3 notes this time, and each 3 note phrase is going to start from the root note of the chord. Here we go with D. And to help those lines sing out even more, you could even play them in a different register. So this time I'm going to play them up an octave. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4. Sometimes 3 notes can be too much, so this time I'm just going to play 2 notes. So I'm going to play the root and the 3rd from each chord. Here we go. D, 2, 3, 4. I can't play the 3rd of G because we don't have it available. So I'm playing the 5th, I'm playing D. And if we play in different registers, we can get some really interesting sounds again. Here we go. It's just a mixture of ideas this time. octaves and rhythm. Different direction. And now I'm going to add the two missing notes on the D major scale. So this time I'm going to bring B and C sharp into the equation. And this is going to give us just a little bit more flexibility. On single strings. All of these ideas are a matter of taste, but getting the most out of these few notes is all about experimenting and playing lots, which is a huge amount of fun. I really do hope that you've enjoyed this lesson. If you have, give me a shout out and let me know in the comments. Don't forget to grab that free PDF workbook too. The link to that is posted below. Thanks for joining me. Look forward to seeing you again. And in the meantime, happy practicing.